What is up, YouTube? How are you doing today? Today we are going to do Hocus Pocus. Yes, it is Halloween times. We are having much fun. Yes, the wonderful camera, the wonderful lighting that I have. It has been about a year, yes, been about a year, maybe longer for me, before since I showed up again on this page. But I turned Russian. This is why I am back now. I have figured out how to speak English again. Maybe not, but it's okay. This is Disney. Disney Hocus Pocus. Anyway, hope everyone has been well. Welcome back to the channel. This is, I don't even know, video number 4, something like that. Took a little time off because I was not really satisfied with my videos, but life goes on and Halloween is here. The best holiday, in my opinion. Hopefully it's the best in yours as well, or else why are you here watching a Lego Hocus Pocus build? Right now I'm just kind of going over the box. I think my goal here is to make sure you feel antiquated. I think that's the right word. If you end up wanting to buy this Lego set. But if not, hopefully you at least get some enjoyment on seeing the details and maybe some Easter eggs as well. Even with the box. So there we go. Gonna flip it on over. There it is. I think it is time to get building. But before we do so, I have a couple words from our sponsor. The sponsor is nobody. I don't have a sponsor. I don't want a sponsor. I'm sick of YouTube videos having a sponsor, especially if it's like DraftKings, which would make zero sense right here. This is not a sports channel, but I digress. Hopefully you all have seen the movie Hocus Pocus. It's a pretty good movie. I actually watched it for the first time while I was building this Lego set. I had seen some clips of it, and it seemed fun, and I don't know if you guys have any Halloween traditions. Mine happens to be just trying to watch a Halloween show or movie every day because I'm a little obsessed with Halloween, maybe September and October. Now, September, I will say I did well. I watched the Hannibal series. If you have not seen that, I highly recommend it, as long as you are obviously, well, it was on NBC. I guess it's a family show. Very bloody family show. But no, I think that was a very good show. If you're of age, definitely check it out. If you're prepared, even if you're of age, if you are ready for some blood and some sadness and happiness all in one, check it on out. It's a lot different than the movies, but I mean, that's kind of, I'm sure, their intention. Hopefully you were seeing my sweet little cat that I have that's in the background every now and then. He loves the bags that are on the floor with great admiration. He just rolls and rolls and rolls, and then when I try to pick up the garbage, he gets very sad, as we all do when happy times are over. But with an owner like me who's obsessed with Legos, there will always be bags in the future, so he will be okay. This is the part where, I don't know, I don't really know if you can tell from this distance, but I do enjoy, even if this wasn't a Hocus Pocus theme set, I do like buildings more than I like, Technic. I do like Technic, but I will say I love building with actual like bricks. I think Technic gets a little stale with the pegs and all that, but hey, I still love them as well. But from here, we're going to go ahead and speed run through it. We got 2 out of the 3 witches as far as the minifigures go, ready to be visualized, which stick around till the end and you will see every detail of the minifigs and everything that's been going on. How's everybody's life been? I think I've already asked that, but I have yet to hear a response. Oh wait, I can't because I'm talking to myself right now. In case you did not realize. Anyway, back to the movie. Hocus Pocus, I liked it, I thought it was cute, it was a little dark for being a kid's movie in a good way, it had like an adult theme to it, like how serious these. I mean, they're silly and they're a little. Um, God, I don't even know the word. They're a little dumb. I'm trying not to say dumb, but they're a little. The witches aren't as smart as you would think, but their purpose is definitely dark, and so that's fun. They need all the children or children to live forever, and they'll they'll do whatever they want to get it. So that's great. But I'm kind of losing thought here. I'm trying to do this in one take. So if you hear me kind of ramble for a second, let me just gather my thoughts, and I promise you, I won't suck that much. But the movie didn't suck. The movie was very enjoyable, especially for Halloween. I hope your guys' holiday season has been going, I guess, very spooky, yeah? Mine has been stressful spooky, the kind of spooky that adults feel, not the, oh my God, there's ghosts in my closet. No, I wish that were the only stresses in my life, but it's all good because guess what? Lego takes that away. You put on a movie. I don't know what you guys do. Maybe some people just listen to music. Maybe you're a little bit of a, masochist. You just enjoy silence. That's cool too. You just listen to your hair grow. That's fine. My computer stuttered a little, so I might be a second behind, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and enjoy it anyway. Or maybe I'm a second ahead. I don't know the math, but the math is there. Hopefully you guys like hyperlapses. I don't know. I started doing this as a way, because I've built a lot of Legos. A lot of Legos. Lego sets. I know Legos is technically not a term, but everybody says it. But throughout the years, I used to just take pictures and, halfway through, like, oh, this is fun. And then I just figured, let me hyperlapse it. So I try to do this in a way that is enjoyable for you and also doesn't, get too much of a chore as far as, being a hobby I enjoy. You don't want to make it something that's like tedious. But that's probably why my video is probably not as great as others. But hey, we work with what we got. But yes, this is the roof. We are putting on the roof, putting on the Ritz. The roof is on fire, whatever reference you want to go with. I think I mess up here. I think I put the roof on the wrong side. But it's okay because guess what? It's Lego. Unless you're the kind of person... Yeah, see, there you go. Fixed it. Fixed it, everybody. No need to panic. Unless you are a person who super glues your Lego sets, in which case I highly advise you don't. Because even though I never intend to sell these things, if you ever did, or I ever did, the value would not be good if you used super glue. So here we are. What is this? Bag 12. Yes, I think there were 15 bags total. Most of them were just single bags with no, mini bags with them, but I think 15, as we will see coming up, did. The roof part isn't my favorite, I'm doing the flat kind of designing elements. There's nothing against the Lego, that's just my own personal preference. I like stacking blocks, I like being a kid. I was never good at being creative when I was a kid with Legos, but I always followed instructions well. I know when people who don't do Lego, they're like, you put that together yourself? You're like, yeah, I didn't just look at the box. There's a whole, you don't just get pieces and guess. Anyway, was that it already? Jeez, I guess so. I didn't think that was it. But I am going to go with it. Dang, that was quick. But anyway, yeah, those are the minifigs. And then that is the reverse face of them, because each head has two sides. So that is the opposite side. Feel free to rewind or slow it down. And then this is the graveyard. If you are familiar with the movie, that is Binks, who was a guy turned into a cat, or a young man turned into a cat by the witches, the Sanderson sisters. And then I don't know if it was supposed to be backwards or if I did it backwards, but either way, there's a better look at what is on the tombstones there. Then we're going to have the best part, the little kitty prince. Wait for it. There they are. Aren't those adorable? He's just defending that house until, well, as it is said in the movie, until a virgin comes and lights the black candle. But that is how the movie gets started, and that's how it ends well. I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but things are definitely meant to happen in this movie. Hopefully you guys have some synchronicity in your life as well. Things that start bad but then end good. That is all you can hope for. Because sometimes life does that. Well, actually, life does that a lot. But as long as you keep on powering through, that's all that matters. It's so weird to do these videos because I'm normally a little bit more cynical in life, but for some reason, I have a feeling you guys need something a little bit happier. But just know everybody's got some struggles, so even if you're going through a struggle, you're going to be okay. Anyway, I'm trying to rotate the house. I guess I didn't want to use a tripod, because why would you want to do that? That would be too easy. Well, it's a little tough because then the tripod's in the way and then the lighting. So anyway, bear with me. This is... I thought it was a very fun build. I liked how it turned out, the details, especially when you're watching the movie and then you're building it. You're like, oh, this is exactly right here. You know, you can tell. Like here, let's see. I think we're gonna peek in here. Like that is the chair that they tie Danny to. The bag over the fire. It's like hot cat, and then there's the sand right there, sandbox. I don't know what that is. A little piece of furniture, something. Then once we put this back, because I have to put it down, I have to put my camera down. There we go. The door, yeah, I definitely didn't forget the doorknob or anything. That didn't happen. No, I wouldn't have made such a clumsy mistake. See, I told you. Now the door will open. Oh, look. It was magic. It was magic for Halloween. You gotta have a little bit. That is the view from if you were a minifig trying to walk into the Sanderson sisters' house in Portland, Oregon. Or, oh my God, not Portland, Oregon. I think it's in Oregon. Salem, Oregon. It's Salem. I don't know why I'm saying Portland. Go there too. I'm sure that's scary too if you go to the wrong part. I think most serial killers are from there. I could be wrong. But anyway, a lot of detail on the outside of the house. I didn't open any windows. I am just now realizing that. But all the windows do open, as if you're familiar with Lego. And this is probably the best part. I do love that they made it to where it's sealed, but you can also open it as you please. And that is very nice, as with the other side of the roof. Now, the other side of the roof, not the one I'm opening currently, but the other side, it did not... once you build up the chimney, it gets tricky. It doesn't really work to do that. But anyway, here we have the witch's book that is in the display. And there is my white finger, very pale. I'll say pale because that's what I mean with that. And then there is the book with the eye that is closed because we don't want it open. That would mean the witches are up. Then we have the spell that turned Binks into the cat, which good thing he did because he was a very good cat. He was a cat that couldn't die. Don't we all want that in our lives? There we have the cauldron, and then the inside view, obviously. I don't know why you'd be watching a video if you couldn't see, but in case you can't, there's a black flame candle. And then I like the elements that they made to do like the little red, gate rope things, whatever, I forget what they're called. But I do love the open roof design because you can just actually look inside and see the whole house instead of just, like if you get a modular set, you have to, take it apart or take the levels apart to look inside. But this is nice because you can just pull the roof open and look. I think I'm trying to zoom in on a sticker, which, there you go. I don't know if that was... I only watched the movie once, so if that's a Easter egg I'm missing, please tell me. I am not sure. Then we have the hanging skeletons, which can only hope would be the bullies from the movie. Could have just been former skeletons. Could be their vacation spot. You don't know. Don't judge. Maybe they enjoy it. Then we have more and more and more. I think I go over this pretty thoroughly in case. There is the light. That is the light brick that they put all over the box. That they've ruined the Lego boxes with the big warning because people who are not very smart, I guess, are just eating light bricks. I don't know what they think they are. They think they're like amber or something. If you swallow the battery, it's bad for you. Yeah, I think most people know that. And if you don't, then don't buy the set because it has a battery and it's dangerous. This is another view. I think I'm just trying to look at any little details in case you do not plan on buying the set. I wanted to make sure you get basically the full experience besides the build, you know. Then we have, I think, what am I? Oh, I'm pushing the spiderweb back because I think I didn't do that the first time it fell off. And then that's the chandelier that spins. And then here, this is probably my favorite Easter egg out of the whole thing. You have the vacuum and the mop and the... Did I already go over that? I don't know if I did. But either way, that part with the vacuum, the mop, and the broom, that's got to be the best. I mean, that was probably my favorite part of the movie with they all riding on them because they lost their brooms because the kids are like, oh, look, free brooms. And then there's one last look inside just so you can kind of get the full experience of the Sanderson sisters' house. And then I guess we're going back over here because I really want you to see this side. This is the best side. Don't even worry about it. I don't know what my goal was. I went over that like 3 times, but hey, better to be thorough than not. Is this where I go to the brooms? Because I've been paying attention, but I don't want to. What am I doing? What am I zooming in on right now? Just, it'll get dusty, so I guess I'm looking at how shiny it is right now. Well, I guess that is pretty much bringing us towards the end here. Thank you for listening to my rambling, and I hope that you enjoyed. Please stick around and come back for more. I promise you this time I am going to be posting many more because I have lots that I have been accumulating. So thanks for stopping by, and I leave you with a song suggestion. Hopefully you enjoy. Happy Halloween.